Hello children, today we will start with the part 2 of the explanation video for the chapter 5 Media and Democracy for class 7. This is Priyanka Sanyal from TIGPS Siliguri. So children, let us start with the video. In today's lesson, we will learn about the print media. Then we will learn about the newspaper, which is under the category of print media. Then we will also learn about books, again under the category of print media, and we will also learn about magazines, which is under the category of print media. Now first we will learn what is print media. The print media is a mass communication. There are 4 types of print media, that is newspapers, books, journals, magazines. It is the oldest form of instructional media that is being used in the classroom. Advantage of print media is that it can be easily transported and can be brought and placed anywhere you go. Now, what is the functions of print media? Surveillance of environment, the interpretation of information and critical views, transmission of social heritage from one generation to the next, entertainment and agency for socialization. Then we will learn about newspaper. Now, what is newspaper? A newspaper is a periodical publication containing written information about current events and is often typed in the black ink with a white or grey background. It took about 150 years from the invention of printing press in the middle of 15th century that the world witnessed first regular publication which could be defined as a newspaper. Newspapers use photographs to illustrate stories. They use editorial cartoonists usually to illustrate writing that is opinion rather than news. Now, what is the specific features of newspaper? Weather news and forecast, an advice column, critical reviews of movies, plays, restaurants, etc. Comic strips and other entertainment such as crosswords and horoscopes. A gossip column is there. A sports column or section is there. A humor column or section is there. Even a food column is there. Now, what are the types of newspaper? Beside the contents, the newspaper also specialized in their types. There are international newspapers, weekly newspapers, Sunday newspapers, national newspapers, and local newspapers. So, next print media which we will discuss here is about books. A book is the collection of paper, parchment, or other material with a piece of text written on them, bound together along one edge, usually within covers. Each side of a sheet is called a page. A single sheet within a book may be called leaf. A book is also a literary work or a main division of such work. Books become part of the mass media after the printing process was invented. Now they are in the reach of almost everyone and could cover any distance on the planet. Now, what is the strength of the printed books? The strength are easier to store, durable, data fit coverage, attracts educated readers, and more credible. Now, what is the weakness of printed books? It has literary barrier, lacks timeliness compared to newspapers or magazines, and even has comparatively expensive. What are the advantages of printed books? No need for an e-reading device. Wherever you want to know something, you can easily retrieve it and you can start enjoying whatever the book has to offer you. And it has also the advantage of understandability. Now let us come to the magazines. What is magazines basically? A magazine is a periodical publications containing a variety of articles financed by advertising, purchased by readers, or both. Magazines are typically published weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly. They are often printed in color on coated paper bound with a soft cover. Now, what are the types of magazines? There are many types of magazines. Here are art magazines, there are business magazines, music magazines, computer magazines, children magazines, health and fitness magazines, history magazines, humor magazines, women's magazines, luxury magazines, news magazines, online magazines, and teen magazines. What are the advantages of magazines? The cover page of magazine is often attractive. The magazine has a longer life compared to newspaper. Some magazines are good and attract lots of new customers. Good for advertisement business. The paper and the image quality is generally good in magazines. Hence, good for product-oriented advertisement as ads looks better in magazines. More attention is paid to advertisement because of high reader involvement. Magazines are often kept for months, hence it has relatively long and live and repeated exposure. Target market based on demographics. Now let us come to know about disadvantages of magazine. Magazines are expensive compared to newspapers. Less population read magazine compared to newspapers. The advertisement cost is high compared to newspapers. Limited flexibility for the ads placement and the format used. Sometimes you have to book space for the advertisement 1 month or 1 week in advance. So children, I hope you understood about the print media and its types of print media. So children, hope you have understood the video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay well.